Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells, and yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today, starting with the Baltimore Orioles versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -145. Baltimore plus 120 with the over-under at 8. Baltimore coming into this matchup 45-27. The Rays 51-25. Pitching for Baltimore is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 3.20. Pitching for the Rays is Taj Bradley with an ERA of 4.19. Wells, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Bradley, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Baltimore beating Tampa Bay yesterday 8-6. The Rays on a little 3-game losing streak right now. Baltimore 8-3 in their last 11. They're playing pretty well right now on a 2-game winning streak here. And pretty even pitching matchup. Wells has only given up 2 runs in each of his last 3 games each. And I think Baltimore's a good underdog here, and I think I'll take Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Miami Marlins. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -135. Miami plus 120 with the over-under at 7. Toronto coming into this matchup 40-35. The Marlins 42-32. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.01. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 5.08. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Alcantara, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Toronto beating Miami yesterday 2-0 after coming off that 11-0 loss against Miami the game before. Gausman been good on the mound. Sandy really has not been good on the mound for the Marlins. He's given up a lot of runs this season, given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts here. And tough one here, but I think I'm going to lean with Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -110. The Pirates plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 35-38. The Pirates 34-38. Pitching for the Cubs is Kyle Hendricks with an ERA of 3.18. Pitching for the Pirates is Rich Hill with an ERA of 4.42. Hendricks, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Hill, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 2-game winning streak right now, back-to-back shutout wins against the Pirates here. Pirates, they continue to struggle, 1-9 in their last 10. They've really struggled hitting these last 3 games. For 4 games, they've only gotten 2 runs in the last 4 games. Cubs are 6-0 against the Pirates here. Hendricks been pretty good on the mound, and yeah, we're gonna roll with the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -225. Colorado plus 185 with the over-under at 9. Rockies coming into this matchup 29-47. The Reds 39-35. Pitching for the Rockies is Connor Siebold with an ERA of 5.88. Pitching for the Reds is Andrew Abbott with an ERA of 0. Siebold, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 runs, had 1 strikeout. Abbott, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts, has not allowed a run in each of his last 3 starts. I mean, he's been really great on the mound. Colorado, 2 straight losses against Cincinnati. They're on a 7-game losing streak. Cincinnati, 10-game winning streak. I mean, they are on fire right now. playing great. Abbott's been great on the mound. And I'm going to roll with Cincinnati at home. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at -120. The Royals +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Royals coming into this matchup 20-53. The Tigers 31-41. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 6.33. Pitching for Detroit is Matthew Boyd with an ERA of 5.88. Singer, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Boyd, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. The Royals beating Detroit yesterday 1-0. Detroit really couldn't get anything going yesterday. Royals are just 1-4 on the road against Detroit. 2-6 straight up against Detroit here, and I think I'm going to roll with Detroit at home here, coming off a loss. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -145. The Brewers +125 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 44-30. Milwaukee 38-35. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 2.96. Pitching for the Brewers is Julio Teheran with an ERA of 1.78. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Teheran, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona losing to the Brewers yesterday 5-7. Both teams splitting a win in the series so far. Arizona, they really struggled on the road here. 3-15 on the road against Milwaukee. Got ourselves a pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say. And I think I'll take the Brewers +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Houston Astros. Astros opening up as home favorites at -155. The Mets +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Mets coming into this matchup 34-39. The Astros 40-34. Pitching for the Mets is Tyler Megill with an ERA of 4.83. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 2.90. Megill, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Javier, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Houston beating the Mets yesterday 4-2, snapping that little 5-game losing streak that they were on. The Mets still are, very bad against Houston. 1-9 on the road against Houston. 1-8 straight up against Houston here. Javier been the better pitcher on the mound, and I think I'm going to roll with the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Washington Nationals. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -150. Washington +140 with the over-under at 9. Cardinals coming into this matchup 31-43. Washington 27-45. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 4.36. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 4.50. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. Williams, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cardinals on a 4-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Washington. Washington struggling. They're on a 5-game losing streak. I thought they would be pretty decent in this series, but haven't looked that great. Not in love with either pitcher. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. I think the over might be a good play here. And I think I'll take the Cardinals on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -120. Atlanta +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Braves coming into this matchup 47-26. The Phillies 38-35. Pitching for the Braves is AJ Smith-Shawver with an ERA of 2.03. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.66. Shawver, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Braves beating the Phillies yesterday 4-2. They're on a 7-game winning streak. That snapped Phillies' big win streak that they were on. Atlanta is 5-0 on the road. They're playing great. Shawver's been good on the mound in his 2 starts here. And I'm going to take the Braves plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the New York Yankees. Seattle opening up as road favorites at minus 165. The Yankees plus 145 with the over-under at 7.5. Mariners coming into this matchup 35-36. The Yankees 40-33. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 2.73. Pitching for the Yankees is Johnny Brito with an ERA of 5.58. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Brito, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Seattle losing to the Yankees yesterday 3-1. That snapped Yankees' 4-game losing streak that they were on. Seattle just 4-13 on the road against the Yankees here, where they really have struggled. I'd say as of late, it's a pretty even pitching matchup. Overall, Castillo has been the better pitcher here, but I still think Yankees are a good underdog at home, and I'll take Yankees plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Oakland plus 160 with the over-under at 10. Oakland coming into this matchup 19-56. The Guardians 34-38. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 3.48. Currently doesn't have a pitcher listed for Cleveland. Let me check here live and let's just see if they have anyone listed. Okay, I do see someone on ESPN. Gavin Williams could be making his debut. Looks like he's coming from the minors, if that is actually who is pitching, but that's what I see listed on ESPN. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Oakland losing to Cleveland yesterday 3-2. They are on a 6-game losing streak. Cleveland on a 2-game winning streak here. Oakland 2-9 straight up against Cleveland. 1-4 on Cleveland here on the road against Cleveland, and we'll see how Cleveland does with the new pitcher here, but I'd much rather put my money on Cleveland than back to Oakland any day, so I'm going to take the Guardians money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Boston plus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 39-35. Minnesota 36-38. Pitching for Boston is Garrett Whitlock with an ERA of 4.38. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 2.25. Whitlock, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Boston on a 6-game winning streak right now, beating Minnesota in back-to-back games, 10-4 and 9-3. They've looked very good in this series so far. Minnesota on a 3-game losing streak. Boston is 5-1 straight up against the Twins here. Pretty even pitching matchup as of late. Gray has been the better pitcher, but pretty even in the last 3 games from both pitchers, and I think Red Sox are a good underdog here, and I'll take Boston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Chicago White Sox. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 9.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 45-28. The White Sox 32-43. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 4.54. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 3.92. Perez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Kopech, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Rangers losing 7-6 yesterday, a very controversial loss for them. I feel like they shouldn't have lost yesterday, but it is what it is. White Sox still just 3-7 in their last 10. Haven't really stacked up multiple wins together. I'd say it's a pretty even pitching matchup, and in a pick'em scenario, I'm gonna roll with the better team here, and I'm gonna take the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the San Diego Padres versus the San Francisco Giants. Padres opening up as road favorites at -120. The Giants +110 with the over-under at 8. Padres coming into this matchup 35-38. The Giants 41-32. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 4.74. Pitching for the Giants is Ryan Walker with an ERA of 1.65. Darvish, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run, had 0 strikeouts. Padres back-to-back losses against the Giants. Giants on a 9-game winning streak. I mean, they're playing great right now. I like the Giants here at home. I mean, they're still getting underdog value. The way they play, they're hot. I'll take the Giants +1.5 at home here. Then the last matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -150. Dodgers +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 40-33. Angels 41-34. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 3.40. And currently the Dodgers do not have a pitcher listed. It is the last game of the night, so it is a nighttime game. So we'll see who ends up pitching for the Dodgers here. Ohtani's been pretty decent on the mound this season here. The Dodgers beating the Angels yesterday 2-0. Really couldn't get anything going. Good game by Kershaw. But I really like Ohtani on the mound here. The last game Ohtani did pitch, they won 5-3 here. And with the Dodgers undecided, not in love with that. And I like Ohtani on the mound, and I'm going to roll with the Angels at home here. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.